Hey everyone, this is Yolan with the Off-Grid Girls, and I wanted to show you my latest building project. So, just to give a little bit of background, over the summer, I started gardening, and I started a mid-lighter garden. If you haven't heard about mid-lighter gardening, I suggest you look it up. What you're seeing right now are pictures of mine, and I'm not a gardener, but as you can see, the garden did pretty well for a first stab. Yeah, I was pretty pleased actually with the results. So it was a slow start, but it definitely started to pick up as I learned more. So anyway, that being said, when you start growing stuff, you're likely going to have a harvest, or at least that's the goal. And when you have your harvest, you need to be able to store it. And this was my conundrum. I was so focused on growing stuff that I really didn't think much about the harvest, about food storage. So this is where this project comes in. Basically, I built a root cellar. Simple, cheap, but still effective. And it really didn't take that long. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the process, through the steps. And personally, I believe that one person can do this in less than 3 days. Honestly, probably one, depending upon how much storage you need. I can't say for sure how long it took me though, because I did it over time. Anyway, let's jump into it. So the first thing you need to do is dig a big hole. If you have a backhoe or something along those lines, great. Otherwise, you're going to have to do it by hand. And honestly, I think this is really the hardest part of the whole process. Thankfully for me, I already had such a hole on my property, so that took care of that. Okay, so next you need some steel cans. Now, looking at the picture, I know these are garbage cans, but I don't want to call them that because I'm storing food. They're new. These are new cans. Nothing's been, put in them, no refuse or anything. I don't know, but there's something psychological that doesn't jive with me, telling folks that I'm storing my food in trash cans. So we're calling them steel cans in this video for sanity's sake, okay? So you need these steel cans. Now I chose to use 3, but you do however many you need. The hole only needs to be as deep as the cans are tall, and I can't remember how tall they were, maybe 2.5 feet. I don't really remember. But when you're done, just the lids should be above ground, as you can see in the picture here. Next, I built a short wall out of Earthbags around the cans. And I did this, because this is just right out in the open. I don't have like a shed that I could do this in. Some people do it in their sheds, or even a garage with a floor that they can dig through. But I built a short wall out of the Earthbags. I did this as a protection, an enclosure to keep them safe from weather and also from curious animals, which we do have those here. Quite a few of them, actually. I then put something like a bond beam, a wooden bond beam on top of the bags. I just screwed the wood right into the bags. I used 6-inch screws. And I did this because I don't want the lid to be right on top of the bags. I don't think that's going to be good for longevity. Then I built an insulated lid. Now, if you look closely at this picture, you can see that I have the wood beams laying flat. Generally, you should lay those upright, as that it gives more support that way. But yeah, I don't plan on breakdancing or anything on this lid, so I think this is going to be okay. Now here you can see what I put into it for insulation, and really it's just scrap foam. So, found a good use for that. Then I covered the lid with emulsified asphalt. It's basically tar. And yeah, that was it. So how do you use it? It's probably wondering. So basically what you do, you put straw in the can, put the straw down first, and then you put your veggies, your produce, whatever it is. I put mine in without it touching anything else because, that way if something rots, it won't immediately affect the other items in there. Then you cover that layer of produce with some straw. and you pretty much just keep layering it like that, like lasagna. The straw acts like insulation. And yeah, that's it. There you go. A root cellar, just like that. Now, there are some drawbacks to this setup. One is that, generally you want to rotate the older stuff out. Like when you're eating it or using it, you want to get the older produce first. With this setup, the older produce is at the bottom of the cans. So either I would have to empty the cans out or see if I could plunge my arm deep down into it and reach the bottom to pull stuff out. Either way, it's not as easy, of course, as a walk-in root cellar. But personally, I can live with that. I don't have time to build a fully subterranean, hand dug, stone encased root cellar. I just don't have time to do it. I'm trying to build a house, so I got to back burner some stuff. I think for the immediate effectiveness of this, the little inconveniences are far outweighed. So I think this will work. But anyway, that's the root cellar story for me. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. Do us a favor, like, subscribe, and share. This is Yolan with the Off-Grid Girls. God bless.